What's up, everybody?
Where's my phone?
It's up your ass, dude.
Oh, I didn't check that.
It's up your hiney hole.
That's your job to check there.
That's so weird. It went right to WWP, right to my phone, right away. Like it knew what I was gonna do.
Because it knows you watch every time.
We gotta fix it.
Oh, what the fuck? It wasn't like...
Dickhead.
Clogs.
Craig messed up the fucking thing.
See, it doesn't show.
Yeah, why don't you just move it around? I'll tell you if it's fixed.
Is that good?
It didn't change it on the camera. Yep.
Good?
Yep.
Cool.
What up, everybody? To the Wretched Wrestling Podcast.
You think we would have this set up, like, already? Like
of
locked
course
down?
not.
But, no.
Why would we, though? That doesn't even make sense. Like, that's not part of us. We're not set up for this. Imagine that. This guy's very talkative over the last minute or so.
What?
Now that the show's on. He got, like, very talkative. Before, I wasn't like that before. I was, like, quiet. And I'm like, hey, guys, what's up?
Oh. Okay. Didn't notice.
Okie dokie.
RJ.
Dude, are you kidding me?
We're getting an
It's
RJ
been
question.
1 minute. It's been 1 minute and I'm already getting shit. Is this from Corey's? You know, no. I'm not starting this way, Craig. I'm not starting this way. I promise you.
Not start.
Maybe, okay, you know what, RJ? We're done. We're not doing a podcast episode this week. Toodaloo.
Totes.
Let's go, Craig.
Alright, go ahead.
I'll sit here quietly and protest.
Alright.
You know.
Okay.
That RJ, that son of a bitch.
With this fucking mic today.
What's up, Josh? How you doing?
Josh has joined us.
The Peckster is joining us.
Peckster.
Alright, well.
Gotta get my mic in the right spot. Alright, we're good.
Right in the spot.
Alright, guys, we have to recap WWE No Mercy this week, and I guess we'll talk about Hell in a Cell a little bit, because I might not be able to do an episode next week.
What?
Got 2 weddings to go to.
He loves your shirt, not my shirt.
Thanks, RJ.
I have a collar.
Alright, guys, we're ready to go live here, so we're gonna just jump right into it. I'm gonna do something a little different for the...
What's up, David Hudson? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Key West, man.
Key West, nice area.
Very nice area. Bet you were scared a couple weeks ago, though.
Definitely. Glad you're safe.
Seriously. Alright, guys, we're gonna go live now with the actual episode. I don't know what you're saying, RJ.
Shemedium? Are you... Is that another joke towards me? Oh, dude. Yeah. I thought we were going to have a peaceful night. Apparently we're not.
Size shirt? I don't know what that means. RJ.
Shemedium. You see what he did there?
I see it. I got you. Alright, guys, we're going to go live in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast!
How you doing, peoples?
What's up, everybody? I'm Craig Dixon.
And I'm Dave Ambrose from Cincinnati!
That's Fred Robinson.
Yeah. Not Freddie Fruitcakes.
Not Freddie Fruitcakes. Will not be joining us this week. But we are back.
That's true.
We are back to discuss on the 62nd episode of the Wretched Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
WWE No Mercy results and the aftermath of Raw and SmackDown and even 205 Live this week.
What?
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, buddy. We have to talk about 205 Live.
The 205 Live?
And you know what the thing is? We always used to say, Fred, that we don't watch 205 Live. Still doesn't ring. Doesn't have like, that same ring.
You know, we don't watch SmackDown.
That was so much more fun to say that.
We said Whacktown.
Whacktown, baby.
SmackDown.
But
Whacktown, it rhymed.
It did, well, kind of. Yeah, but now we have to talk about 205 Live because apparently some things have happened in the Cruiserweight division that are actually worth talking about and watching their own show.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, do tell. Fred.
Tell me more, tell me more.
Tell me more. Well, I think we should start off with WWE No Mercy. No mercy.
Have mercy.
So let's go back to WWE No Mercy. Do you want to kick it off with that match?
Let's kick it.
So, guys, this past Sunday on WWE No Mercy, Neville defended the WWE Cruiserweight Championship against Enzo Amore in a match that I'm pretty sure everybody was confident that Neville would be retaining, and this was just another form of punishment for Enzo. And yet here we are, Fred. We are here with Enzo Amore as our Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I think I said last week that, I thought at some point Enzo would win the title because they've been kind of hinting that this would happen. They showed that picture of Enzo Amore with the leopard print Cruiserweight title, and I thought that at some point that would happen. I didn't think it would happen right away, but it did. And they even said on Raw Talk he was kind of like, focusing a lot on the title itself, talking about how he didn't want the metal plates to say Neville, and kind of like making fun of the title, the way it looked, and how he would do it.
The title. Was that Raw Talk after the show?
Yeah, how he would do it differently. So I think they're gonna set that up that he would have his own title. So I guess that's what I don't get it. I mean, I'm in hindsight now watching Raw and 205 Live. I'm happy this has happened, but I don't get it because I thought Vince didn't like Enzo, so kind of confused.
I'm starting to think that whole thing,
you think it was like
this whole thing was a ruse. I kind of feel so? Like RJ is saying, it is to have no talent hack have his own title. It makes no sense.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's like he does sell merchandise. Let's face the facts. Like, WWE is about money, making money and the profits and stuff like that.
Yep.
Roman Reigns t-shirts, and this is a perfect opportunity for a lot of kids and probably adults too to buy a Cruiserweight title with Enzo's name across it and stuff. It's say what you will. I mean, it will sell. But yeah, I remember we were sitting there just like in disbelief. Like I had no words. Like when he won, I was like, this really happened. This was fucking crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
so we go to Monday Night Raw, and Enzo's kind of requesting some kind of championship celebration, which is what most heels get when they win a title. And he's kind of getting like. I
have lost weight.
RJ's asking if Fred has lost weight.
I have. You could probably track my YouTube from like episode 30 to episode 62.
Nah, I wouldn't watch episode 30. I wouldn't. I don't recommend it.
Back when we were over there on the old couch.
Yeah, we used to do the show on the couch over there.
I'm sitting down, you'd probably see my nutsack from where you're sitting.
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable. I mean, it was comfortable because we were sitting on a couch instead of chairs, but at the same time we were leaning forward because the couch is super low.
Yeah,
and it was a really weird
look up
setup.
At you like, yeah, Craig, what do you say? I'm like looking at your fucking, like I'm about to give you a blow.
Yeah, and the camera's really far away. It's really not something we should probably ever promote or bring to light again. We should just move on from that era of the WWE.
You should lay on your air hockey table and just like sit there like...
Turn it on and like...
So, Craig, what'd you think about Enzo?
Or like Miz and Maurice on Talking Smack. I love you.
I love you, Craig.
That was one of the best Talking Smacks ever when Miz did that.
That's what got us on the Miz train.
Yeah, it really did.
Pretty much.
So, Enzo had this championship celebration on Raw. By the way, he cheated in his match to win the championship.
No, we'll get this stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get to Starrcade later for the guy who's asking on Periscope. But it's... he cheated to win. You could have thought maybe, like, after leaving No Mercy, that maybe he's doing, like, a Ric Flair type of thing or an Eddie Guerrero thing where he's going to cheat to win all the time.
Right,
and he would still be a face. But then as soon as he went, as you said, as soon as he went on Raw Talk after No Mercy, he kind of was like making fun of the title, saying it's ugly, and Neville, and he's like, nobody respects me, and all this bullshit. Coming off a little bit like a heel. Still not 100% sure. Then Raw happened. He had this championship celebration. The entire Cruiserweight division came out to watch it on the.
I hated that song, man. It just felt like so weak when they were coming out. That stupid song.
Oh yeah, the 205 Live song.
Yeah.
At least Enzo made a good comment. It's like, what is that terrible music? And then Neville came out. He obviously very upset about losing the championship, and it was a really good segment for Raw, and a really good segment for the Cruiserweight division, which is, the Cruiserweight division's had its up and downs. Neville has been like one of the few very bright spots of the division, especially during his heel run.
Neville's been great.
He's been fantastic.
Sure, yeah.
But, at the same time, like, he's kind of been head over heels way better than everybody else in the division. Maybe aside from Austin Aries when he was still there, and now he's gone. Who does Neville feud with? To make anybody look like a challenger. Like, Tozawa won it for...
Drew Gulak?
Like Drew Gulak, Grand Metalik. Like, I like them, but, they haven't really built anybody up in a while.
Yeah.
And they kind of somehow, throughout this whole through this whole... Not prospect, this whole...
Process.
Process, thank you.
I finish your sentences, Greg.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Shit.
I was waiting for you to... You didn't finish it.
Finish it.
Hi, guys from Brazil.
Brazil.
Whoa, we have somebody from Brazil. Wow.
That's right, baby.
Jungle fever. I don't know. We gonna finish that sentence for me?
I didn't know where you're going with that one.
Yeah, no, neither did I, apparently. And I said this outside when we were talking before the show. It's like, they kind of did, and like they kind of did this in a very small, very much smaller grand scheme of things way of doing the Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels submission match where
Stone Cold.
What did I say?
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Fuck! I fucked it up already. The Stone Cold and Bret Hart thing where they both chain one. Stone Cold turned face, Bret Hart turned heel, all in the same match. It kind of did that in a much smaller
capacity.
Pretty much.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Finishing my sentences.
Yeah,
You're good
exactly.
You're good.
I am your end. For sure. Like, I love being at the end of you, so I really appreciate that. So it's funny with this, it's like...
The problem with this... Go ahead.
No, you go with it.
No, I was going to say, the problem with doing these jokes on the live feed is that our videos are like 5 seconds later, so when we start laughing, and then we start getting our composure back, then we see us laughing again, and then we break down again.
We're
every
so professional, man.
Yeah, every week.
Anyway, what I was going to say is that, unlike the Bret Hart, I'm saying Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold situation where it did kind of like, there was a couple of weeks, there was some kind of time span period where, it alluded that Bret Hart was going to turn heel because, he was whining a lot, complaining, and then they had the match where it was the full-blown double heel turn or whatever, the double turn.
The double turn, yeah.
But this one, it seemed really weird is that they just did it in a span of a night or an hour. And I think the crowd was kind of weird and kind of cool looking back on it is that the crowd didn't really know how to react.
Yeah,
I think at first they were kind of like FAWFT boo too. Like I don't know if they knew what was going on at all and stuff. So I think that was kind of interesting. Like thinking back to I don't want to boo him, but he's being annoying.
Right? Like if you watched made
it better. I think that's what he's able to turn them in a day.
In one day, over the course of No Mercy and Raw, it all kind of turned on its head, and even Neville wasn't really showing any signs of becoming a face.
No,
he's been a dick since he won the Cruiserweight title the first time.
He was a dick in the match, too.
He was a dick in the match,
He wouldn't do the red arrow or whatever for the crowd.
Yeah, and then on Raw, he's still acting the exact same way, but because Enzo is healing out at this moment, he kind of becomes like the Stone Cold of this, and he even has fucking black tights just like Stone Cold. It was like, wow, this is kind of weird that this is exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And he... he made... I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. But it was really well done. And then he did the Red Arrow to close out Raw. And it was really good. It was really good. And, the crowd started cheering for Neville. And Enzo started getting heat again. And then, it happened again on 205 Live, which, again, I watched the very beginning of it. And, thanks for the plug on Periscope, on Twitter, RJ.
Thank you for plugging us. I really appreciate
Fred
that.
loves getting plugged.
Yeah, well, a nice plug here and there is good. And
well, when you got holes like what Fred, all these holes that Fred has out there, you got to plug them up sometimes.
Yeah, you got to plug up what I have open and stuff like that. And I don't like things open. I like things closed. So, just like my relationship with Corey, which we won't get into this week.
No, we will not.
We will never get into that ever again.
Get into Corey this week.
We will never... ever mention Corey again.
Josh is saying, did Fred just quote Kurt Hawkins' "Face the Facts"?
I did. I faced the facts, and I quoted it. That was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
The facts of life. The facts of life.
So I'm actually...
Yawn.
I'm looking forward to where this program is going to go now. And, and as much as Enzo is healing out and being a dick and cutting these asshole promos, he's making good points that he's like, you know what? People are tuning in to 205 Live because of me. And he's kind of right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested in it now, for sure.
And, it seemed like only a couple weeks ago that Enzo Amore was, destined to be future endeavored. They were burying him every week. He didn't look like he was going to win any championship. Big Cass was really the focal point. He was the focal point. Then he got injured, so that kind of changed the whole thing. And believe it or not, yeah, sure.
Oh, don't fireball
fucking fill it up. It's a big glass.
I won't fill you up.
God damn it.
What?
Nothing.
You just said don't fill you.
Fill the cup up.
Oh, I thought you meant fill you up.
Yeah,
I won't do that.
Anyway, so that's what's going on in the Cruiserweight division. So we're really looking fireball for the fire crotch. That's right, Fred. That's you.
Me?
Yeah.
No. That's not me.
The carpets do match the drapes.
I don't have carpet. I have hard floors. Bald, hard floors.
Fred, do you?
I don't know why I'm still holding this.
Look at it on the coffee. And I just threw up, says RJ. We're sorry, RJ.
What did I say?
Take some Pepto-Bismol.
Cheers.
Oh, God, it's the worst. It's
you sound very prepared this week.
No, we're not. So let's go back to WWE No Mercy. Let's jump back on the card. The opener was Miz defending the Intercontinental title against Jason Jordan.
I like this match.
This was a good match. It was a solid 10-minute match. I had no complaints about it. The only thing that is still happening with this, and it happens with everybody, but it's really become a focal point, is that Jason Jordan's still not getting any reaction when he hits the ring. And it's kind of like, it's a little uncomfortable because The Miz comes out, he's this great heel, but he's getting cheered like he always does now.
Yeah.
That's his new thing.
Yeah.
And now Jason Jordan comes out to literally no reaction. He has good moves in the matches that get people into the match, but then by the time the match is over, people are still kind of rooting for The Miz. So but we thankfully we were both right on this one that Miz retained, and he's still the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, we're doing predictions for the Josh and Stu Wrestling podcast.
Oh yeah, right.
That RJ knows about. And what's up, everybody? And basically, it's just a small little tournament. Basically, it's a bunch of teams, and we have to send our predictions in. And we almost changed it to Jason. I just had a feeling Jason Jordan might have won, but I'm glad I switched it back to The Miz. So
yeah,
it was weird. I don't think anyone else has brought this up on any other shows, but is it just me, or I thought Jason Jordan was kind of getting over in the match? And then they had that weird promo at the end.
Yeah,
and he completely lost all steam. The train fucking stopped. And there was no more fucking coal in the fucking thing. Whatever it's called. The furnace.
Right?
Is it just me, or am I...
No, you're right.
Imagining this?
And,
I don't know.
The pay-per-view was in Los Angeles, so... Kind of like it's
a Miz crowd.
Yeah, it's right. It's his whole,
it's Los Angeles.
Yeah, so, he's built from Hollywood, California. So, it was a weird choice to interview Jason Jordan after the match. Yeah. I don't know why they did that, because of course they booed him, and he's not good on the mic. That's the one thing. The one thing holding him back is that he's terrible on the mic. And what do you do with a good face who's a good in the ring, who can't cut a promo? You don't have him cut promos. So I don't fucking know what the hell they're thinking there.
He needs
poor choice.
He needs like a manager.
He does need a manager.
I mean, obviously the first choice you think of is Paul Heyman, but I don't think it should be a Paul Heyman type of thing. There's plenty of people that could be that in that. I mean, look at Jack Swagger and Cesaro. Cesaro doesn't need that a manager, but Jack Swagger certainly needed it with We the People, with
right.
Dutch Mantel, whatever, Zeb Coulter. So that worked out brilliantly for them. That tag team was over and stuff because
somehow
it was Zeb Coulter that was really helping them out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they should really
need that. It is what it is.
I don't know why the wrestling manager has for the most part completely killed off. I mean, who do you have now? You have Paul Heyman, like strictly just that, not like somebody who's a wrestler. Like, I can't count Apollo Crews because he wrestles too, so...
You mean Titus O'Neil?
Yes, Titus O'Neil, sorry. You know, like, who else do you even consider?
Yeah.
Who else is like that?
I mean...
Lana, kind of, but she started wrestling again too, but like, you know... Like,
yeah, she's kind of Tamina's anyway at this point, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to
it's kind of like a lost art
like
form.
that, and maybe Paul Ellering for Authors of Pain.
Right. Oh, yeah. When are they going to quite call them up?
I don't know. The tag titles are off of them, so... You know, what else do we need to do at this point?
But again, Paul Ellering, like a fucking manager from the fucking 80s, like they can't come up with anybody new to do this. Like, you know who I think would be a very
Ellsworth, too. That's true, Josh. That's true. Ellsworth is...
He is a wrestler, though. He wrestles.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't in a while, but that's because he's wrestling with a woman. He's managing a woman.
A woman.
Woo, man. You know who would actually be a really good manager is Corey Graves. He'd be a fantastic manager for somebody who can't cut a promo.
Yeah.
The only problem is he's commentating both shows right now, so he really can't. How can you make him a manager?
That would be great, actually, to have that. He'd be perfect, you know?
He's perfect. He's like a heel, but he could be a face if necessary. Like he's kind of like Punk with his promo abilities. Like he could swing either way. Fred knows all about that.
Yeah, well, I've been on a playground before. I know what swings are. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Oh, then I love to swing. Then it's perfectly okay with me.
Byron Saxon? No.
That would be funny if he was a manager.
He'd be the worst manager ever.
That would be funny. I don't know why. I can just see him smiling in the ring like stupidly and like... I don't know. I can't see him doing it, but
maybe if he was a manager for a heel who like Braun Strowman, it made no sense whatsoever. That would be fucking awesome.
Braun Strowman.
Here, Braun Strowman. He's like,
hey,
get out of the ring.
I would love that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, let's move ahead on the... It's so stupid, but let's move ahead.
Bray Wyatt and Byron Saxton.
Speaking of Bray Wyatt, we had Bray Wyatt taking on Finn Balor in a man versus man match at No Mercy, and
I mean, I was really excited to see the Demon versus the God, but man versus man is so much better. It totally separates them from the crowd, right?
Somebody on Periscope just said, "What would you guys think of Finn Balor challenging Miz for the Intercontinental title?"
It's not terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
It's better than fucking
Bray
Wyatt.
It's not terrible, but I don't want Finn Balor wrestling for the mid-card title. You know what I mean? He's like, he's kind of like Rollins. Like, he shouldn't be wrestling for these lower-tier titles. Like,
Or like Ambrose. In Ambrose, Cincinnati. I love Cincinnati. What's up?
I don't know why we always stick with Cincinnati on that one. I don't know why.
That's where I heard him say it the first time. I was
okay.
like, "What's up, Cincinnati?" Losing my voice.
I mean, this was a standard Bray Wyatt match. Finn Balor, did his usual stuff. He had so Finn Balor got the win. I think I went with Bray Wyatt on the prediction on that one. I think I just did that to throw out a rando win. I was wrong, so whatever. Fred got that one right.
And then Finn won again on Raw the next day.
Finn faced Goldust the next day on Raw.
Oh, I thought Finn. Oh, right. Okay. Never mind.
Finn Balor. Thank God Goldust came back and went back to being a heel again. Because as I was saying last week, I fucking hated that they threw him away in this fucking one-off Bray Wyatt match,
right?
Or two matches, I should say. I'm glad he went right back to being a heel. Because I want to see more heel Goldust. I just want to see it at this point. Why the fuck not?
I love Goldust.
He would be a good manager. There's a fucking good manager.
Yeah, that's a great manager.
That's what he should be doing. He was alluding to that he was going to groom somebody else up.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they still haven't done that yet. Maybe
that's a good idea.
They do like a slow build for that. I would enjoy that a lot.
Definitely.
Do you have any other thoughts on Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt?
Not really. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about this match, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and Bray Wyatt's music hit the next night on Raw, and the girl sang, "You got the whole world in his hand." Like, okay.
We're feuding with John Cena again?
It's the same shit.
Same thing.
Bray Wyatt, do something different, please. You suck.
Yes.
All right. I don't even want to talk about Bray Wyatt, so we're going to move on.
Yes. So let's talk about... I want to talk about this match, because this was fucking awesome. Was the goddamn tag team title match. Dean Ambrose It's Seth Rollins, my partner! Versus Cesaro and Sheamus. And this match, okay, let's get this out of the way. That teeth thing was fucking crazy.
Holy shit, that teeth spot was scary.
I mean, let's go back to like when we thought his teeth broke in half.
Right.
It still looks fucking sick.
That's bad enough.
It was bad.
Losing two front teeth, that is something that affects you for the rest of your fucking life because you got to get implants.
Right. And that's all he's going to want for Christmas, too, is that his two front teeth.
Yeah, I got the joke.
Yeah. Fuck. And so what the fuck I was going with? So when we learned that his
original Jimmy saying people getting hurt in Seth Rollins matches. That one had nothing to do with Seth Rollins, though. Dean Ambrose did it, and it was also Cesaro's fault because he's the one who jumped into the fucking corner. But it is a weird coincidence that always happens.
But we brought up to each other that it seems like all these Cesaro Sheamus matches involve teeth being broken or taken out of their mouth, and like Jeff Hardy happened to him a couple months ago, so. I thought that was kind of interesting, but Seth Rollins is kind of a guy that does hurt people a lot, but it had nothing to do with him.
Yeah, that one was completely out of his hand.
It had nothing to do with Dean Ambrose either. I love the match.
This was a really good match.
Yeah,
this might have been the best match on the show.
I love tag team matches where they take a spot from the match before, and then they tweak it, like where he did, what was it? At SummerSlam, Rollins did the Hurricanrana off the top rope to Cesaro to hit Sheamus or something. But then this time around they tried it again.
And they caught him.
But Cesaro caught him and stuff. And I thought that was a great spot.
Yeah. Ended
up powerbombing him right on top of Dean.
Yeah.
I thought that was I love when they do stuff like that. When they take something and they're like, I learned from a mistake.
Right.
And they counter it.
That's good stories. That's good storytelling.
Really good storytelling. And the crowd ate it up. I mean, it was a great spot. I can't say enough good things about Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins right now. It's been like it was like a month and a half ago where I was completely shitting all over them, and now I'm really happy about that. I'm happy about it. I think they're a good tag team.
Yeah,
and
I'm a little indifferent.
Even better than Rollins and Reigns back in the day.
I'm a little indifferent to like any storylines that they have like going into these things, but the matches are good, and that's really all that matters.
Right.
Like, the storyline, there's no storyline. It's Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are the champs, and Cesaro and Sheamus are the former champs, and they want their titles back. It makes sense. Sorry, guys, for all the people who are talking on Periscope, we try to keep up with it, but it's really hard to stay with it, so just stick with us.
Since the comments go away, which sucks.
I know. I don't know how anybody actually likes Periscope, because if you miss the comment after 13 seconds, it's gone, and I can't look at it again. At least Facebook Live, I have every question that was asked us.
So if you say, like, hey, Fred, you're sexy, then, like, I'll see it the whole time, and I'll be like, oh, my God, that's so nice of you, and I'm really happy that you said I was sexy, because you all know that I was sexy, and you appreciated it. So, in that case, I was, like, really, I'm just happy about that. So, thank you very much. So, what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to say... Craig, what are you writing there? Oh, you said you're sexy to me, so now I will keep this close to a special place in my heart, right here.
Yeah.
And I will make sure to look at it when I feel blue.
Original Jimmy on Periscope just said the tag team matches on... The tag team matches in 2017 have been really good. And he's right. Like, this has pretty much been the best part about WWE the last couple months is the tag team matches. The Usos and the New Day, and now you have the Shield and Cesaro and Sheamus going at it. They've been very good. Now, the injury to Cesaro, I hope this won't be a long-term thing. Again, we didn't actually talk about it. His teeth didn't go out. They got implanted further into his gums by 3 millimeters, I think it said. Like,
it's fucked up.
Like, you couldn't even see it. They were so in that you couldn't even fucking see it. That's fucking crazy. That visual of him looking at the referee and the camera zooming in on his face where the blood, you could see it squirting out of his mouth a little bit. Like, that was one of the most fucked up, I got chills watching it. I was like, holy shit, how'd that happen? Because I didn't even see it happen. Like, I saw the move. I didn't think he actually hit it.
Whoa, what happened there? Yeah. We didn't even, recognize what was going on.
Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to more of them. And, maybe we should talk about the fact that they're alluding to the 3-people Shield reunion now, the 3-person Shield reunion.
Right.
So maybe we should jump ahead on the card and talk about Roman Reigns and John Cena. Right?
Okay.
All right, so we'll jump ahead to the longest match on the card. 22 minutes, John Cena, Roman Reigns, WrestleMania caliber matchup. This was, how do I put this? It was a good match, right? It was good. It was good. It was okay. It was good. My only issue with it is the fact that John Cena hit how many attitude adjustments? Was it 3 or is it 4? And one of them was
like 4.
And one was a super one off the top rope. And Roman Reigns kicked out of all of them, which is fine. That happens in these epic showdowns. And then Roman Reigns hits 1 spear. He technically hit 2 because he went on the outside, but he couldn't pin him on the outside, so...
Right. Right, exactly.
So, and then Roman Reigns wins. I was just like, so he kicks out of 3 fucking finishers, and the one time he pins him after his finisher, it's over? Like I get it. I understand. It's Roman Reigns. We don't... Despite me and Fred's feelings towards Roman Reigns, like, we understand he's the man. He's the guy that they want to put on the top of the WWE totem pole, if you want to call it that. And he's the guy they want to make the fucking the face of the company. But you're not burying. You're kind of like throwing John Cena under the bus here. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Like, I get Cena loses a lot now in the later stages of his career, but I mean, from all indications that I got from this, I don't think we're gonna get another one. I don't think we're going to get one for a while, because, Cena made it...
This was like a one-off thing, I think.
Yeah, it was a one-off, and John Cena made it seem like he might be gone for a while, too, because he kind of took a long time to get out of the ring. He waved to the crowd was saying, thank you, Cena, I'm
not buying his bullshit.
Yeah, he did this once. He did this against AJ, remember that? He, took his armband off, laid it in the ring, I'm
so pissed that fucking... Everyone thinks this fucking amazing match is the best night of the match of the show. First of all... The match fucking sucked. I'm sorry, people. Oh. But, dude, no. Because we were watching it, we were talking about how bored we were during the match, and it wasn't until John Cena hit a fucking million AAs till we were kind of like, oh.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
I think the match was boring as shit.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
No,
and then you do this whole stupid thing with, him, raising Rose's hand.
Spot fest. Yeah, it was a spot fest.
It had, 2 spots in it.
It was all that.
And it wasn't good.
No,
I'm sorry.
It wasn't good.
The whole thing
You're right.
is fucking fake to me.
I kind of have
thing was fake to me.
I kind of have revisionist history. When I think about these things, I go it was okay. It was okay. And then as you're saying it, I'm like, oh yeah. No, I do remember us commenting on how much we hated it.
Yeah, and the whole they're passing you torch thing.
Yeah,
the whole thing seems so fake and stuff.
And
it's just a fucking new way to stick fucking Roman's fucking. In a fucking tight hole and fucking shove it up our ass. And
Whoa!
It was not good. It was not good. Everyone thinks it's such a great match. It wasn't good. And the whole fucking passing the torch thing, I thought it was fucking fake and bullshit.
It's so forced when it's not at a WrestleMania.
You could tell that it was, though.
It's so forced.
You could tell that it was when Hogan did it for The Rock. You could tell that was sincere. This seemed fucking forced. And then John Cena puts his, makes it like makes it seem like he was so sad that he was leaving. I don't believe it, because he did it last year already. We did call
the Marine salute as he was on the ramp. Remember that?
He's going to fucking piss me off more.
He's going to do the Marine salute.
But then...
Jimmy's saying if Roman turned on Cena when he rose his hand.
I was hoping that was going to happen.
That would have been great.
I was hoping that was going to happen, but it didn't happen.
I think you said that when it was happening. It's like, it'd be so great if Roman healed out right now. But no, it doesn't happen, because you know what? They have a plan, guys. They have a plan.
A fucking plan!
They're men with plans. I'm a man with a plan. No, they have this plan. They started this at the beginning of the end of last year's WrestleMania. They already know what their main event for this upcoming WrestleMania is, and it's Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. And boys, that shit is happening. It's happening.
It is.
There is no avoiding it at this point. We're fucked. We're fucked because they don't call an audible. They don't change a goddamn thing. I heard a report on the dirt sheets that said they're literally in a holding pattern.
I want to know.
Yeah, sure. They're literally in a holding pattern with this fucking storyline that they've been building up all fucking year. Make Brock Lesnar look invincible. Make Roman Reigns look invincible. Have them fight each other, invincible versus invincible, and I wish Roman's gonna fucking win.
The 4 C's of retirement planning. Craig, what are the 4 C's of retirement planning?
This is recycled paper. See? It's all recycled paper.
Out of your notes, no?
Yeah.
From work, right?
That's my old job, yeah. I stole that from RPG. Anybody from RPG watching? Jan! I stole that from RPG.
I think Jan's on. Jan, are you there? He's been very quiet if he is.
Yeah, he has been.
I know Josh is on. Anyway, but I don't know, man. The whole, I'm getting up, I'm retired. You know fucking John Cena will be back in 2-3 months. You guys know that, right? Or for WrestleMania? You know he's going to be back, right? Guys, he has not retired. I'm not falling for this I'm sad bullshit. No, he did it last year already, and then he came back. And he's doing it again. And he's going to come back.
Yeah, Jimmy's saying he's advertised for Survivor Series. So that's like, he's barely gone, man.
Thank you.
He's barely gone.
Someone on Twitter asked, maybe it was RJ actually, that when do you guys think John Cena's going to come back? I said 2 months tops.
Yeah.
I'm probably right.
That's what he does
He's not Royal Rumble.
He's got all these shows. So what he does, he films it for a couple weeks, they write him off TV, and somebody kicks his ass, and then he comes back, kicks their ass. But he's not going to go back to Roman Reigns. Now, the reason we're talking about Roman Reigns right after we're talking about the Shield match is because now we have these storylines that have progressed on Raw, where the Miz has taken out Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and they, in fact, even after the match, did, and also, besides the fact that they did the fist hand gesture thing in the ring with all 3 Miz things,
the fist pound,
the fisting,
the fisting,
the fistering.
Hey guys,
not only that, but when Miz had Roman Reigns on Miz TV earlier in the show, he actually asked him about joining the Shield, and he's like, "No, man, I'm doing my own thing." And the crowd, of course, booed him, which is, again, another stupid thing that they always do with Roman Reigns. They always have him say the wrong thing. Like, you want him to be a face, maybe to say, "Yeah, I'd like to get back with the Shield." No, they say, "No, I'm doing my own thing. I'm going after the Universal title." Like, you're a fucking faggot. Anyway. So
elegant.
So they right.
You're a fucking
faggot. So that's what they do, and then, so here we are. Now they've had two hints of a full person Shield thing, and now Cena's gone, so he's off TV.
Right.
They're totally gearing up for the full Shield reunion now. Bye, peace, Chris. Thanks for joining. So it's just. And it feels so anticlimactic for them to come back to beat up the Miz because the Miz is Miz and 2 cronies. Right. That's all it is. It could be Bo Dallas, it could be Curtis Axel, it could be Zack Ryder, it could be Kurt Hawkins, it could be anybody. They're just cronies. They suck. They don't do anything. They're never going to amount to anything. I'm sorry.
They lost to Matt Hardy.
They lost to Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan, an impromptu tag team match because Jeff Hardy
needs surgery.
He needs surgery. That sucks, by the way. That fucking sucks.
That is gonna suck balls.
We have a couple people joining us on Periscope, but only Jimmy and RJ are talking to us here. And we have a lot of people.
You can follow us.
Yeah, guys, follow us.
No, don't! Of course. Wretched Wrestle is our
follow us
handle.
at Wretched Wrestle on Twitter. So I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to the full Shield thing. It'll be cool to see it happen, but right, unless you're Corey, you can't be friends. You can't follow us. Corey's got we got lone survivors.
We just leave it alone, people. I'm trying to get over this damn relationship of mine with. Okay, first of all, it's bad enough that I found out this guy was a dude. Everybody thought that she was a chick, but then found out it was a dude. We were all stumped. Every single one of us, including this guy right here. And now I have to go on and go back into the women lane. Is just tough, I need someone to spot me when I work out, and I don't have that anymore.
Women lane.
Mm-hmm. The pussy canal. When I get in, I'm just like, yeah, baby. Very nice. I'm gonna, I'm all on, I'm gonna like get inside of it and rumble it, and make sure that I'm like boom, you know, like just go, yeah.
So the Shield might be getting back together. All three members, and I think we should.
He's playing it.
What?
He cracked his voice.
This is like sex.
I want her vulva. I want it in my face. Just be like, hey, nice to meet you.
So
Areolas.
So we have that to look forward to the next couple weeks. We're just gonna move on from what Fred said.
No? Oh. All right, yeah, let's move on.
I think we can move on now.
Hey, sir, can I find Krusty Burgers? The Elba.
Hey, Homer.
Shut up.
Oh, God.
Love our Simpsons references.
We've lost all control.
What are we talking about? We didn't even talk about the 5-way yet.
Yeah, let's talk about the women's, WWE Raw Women's Championship 5-way match. Alexa Bliss defending against Bayley, Emma, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks. And this was a good match.
This was really good.
This was a really good match. This was surprisingly a lot better than I had ever thought it was going to be.
Yeah, ever thought, fucking Nia Jax took a goddamn powerbomb off the apron.
That was so fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
Her body weight is, of course...
very bottom heavy.
Very bottom heavy. So when she took the powerbomb, her own fucking... her entire body just squished like that.
Collapsed in itself.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Her fucking knees hit her fucking face. She fucking cernied herself, for anybody who's watching who understands that.
Oh, man.
I thought Nia died, too.
Yeah, she just, her fucking ass, collided into her face.
They made Nia look really strong in the match, and then they had the kill move, which took her out of it, which was good.
Which actually makes sense,
Yeah,
you know?
And Alexa got the win. I don't remember how she did it, but, it's kind. I kind of thought a heel was going to win here to set up a match against Asuka, who's going to come to Raw in the next couple weeks. So I guess it makes sense that Alexa wins it instead of Nia. Nia would have been good, but I think Alexa works as well because she's been a champion for a couple months now. She dropped it a few times here and there, but she's had the title or she's been in the title picture for a couple months. So
yeah, because it looks like Asuka's now going to be on SmackDown. So it's not it's not like
Asuka.
Yeah,
Raw.
She's debuting it. Oh, right.
Raw.
My bad. I thought TLC was a SmackDown pay-per-view. Right, so... Anyway, right. Never mind that.
All right.
Yeah, it was a good match. I mean,
It was good, yeah. It was very enjoyable.
I didn't expect Alexa Bliss to win, and then the next night on Raw, she came out and ran her mouth, and then all of a sudden, somebody comes out. And it's Mickie James, and, I was like, shit, man.
Yeah, Fred, by the way, Fred let out a tweet on the Wretched Wrestling feed and said... damn, Mickey's looking fine. And it's one of our most popular tweets of the fucking week. And Fred, how much thought did you put into that tweet?
My dick had 2 seconds of thoughts. It was just beep. Yeah. And that was it. That was all the thought I had.
He literally hit, I think his dick might have typed the tweet itself.
It did.
Yeah. And now... This is one problem with having a Twitter and trying to converse with wrestling fans. It's how many times do you try to come up with a really nice original thought and really well worded and kind of come up with all these things and it gets no reaction whatsoever, and then Fred's just throw a throwaway line damn, Mickey's looking fine, gets fucking 30, 40 likes. We're what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Why is that tweet popular?
Why does everyone keep liking this? It's not the original of the comment.
Yeah, and then I was live tweeting SmackDown, and I was live tweeting the whole fucking thing, all my thoughts, getting 2 likes, 5 likes on everything, and then a throwaway line for me. What the fuck was it again?
It was, who gives a shit about the Hype Bros anymore?
Right, is it me or does nobody give a shit about the Hype Bros? And it was I got a fucking 30 replies, 40 likes. I was what the fuck is happening? Why do people respond to the least interesting conversations? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, anything that trends or whatever the fuck it is. Not really trendy, you know what I mean, but...
anyway,
yeah.
But yeah, Mickie James and Alexa Bliss will be a good program until Asuka comes along.
Yeah, I think it's a good,
it's a placeholder.
Temporary, placeholder kind of feud and stuff. I think it'll
be entertaining.
Good idea for sure.
I like Mickie, man. She's still good on the mic too.
She's a good wrestler.
Yeah,
I really don't have any complaints. It's just kind of it died off when she went to SmackDown and
they kind of didn't. Yeah, they didn't really do anything.
Alexa, was it her back then?
Yeah.
Or
Well, she teamed with
before the brand split.
She joined with Alexa, and then Alexa turned on her, and then they kind of never did anything with her.
Oh, okay. By the way, guys, we might do a live Periscope feed after the show.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing a live Periscope.
Yeah!
If you guys ever want to check out our after
we got
show?
These Black and Milds.
It is exclusively on Periscope, and you can find the link on Twitter as well. So that's the women's division on Raw. So the only other thing we haven't talked about in No Mercy was the underwhelming main event Universal Championship match. Brock Lesnar defeating Braun Strowman in a fucking 9-minute match. Dude, I don't know about you. You might have hated the fucking Roman Reigns John Cena match. I fucking hated the Brock Lesnar Braun Strowman match.
No, I thought
this too. Was fucking shit. You've built up Braun Strowman for the last year, okay, since the beginning of 2017, when he got drafted to Raw, pretty much, is when this whole thing took off, or when the Wyatts got drafted to SmackDown, I should say.
Right.
And he was left on Raw. And they've built him up. They built him up slowly. He was doing the jobber squash matches for a while. Then he had a feud with Roman Reigns, and he had a feud with Sami Zayn. He had a couple feuds along the way, and they made him look like a fucking beast. And they made him look unstoppable, unbeatable, freak of nature. You know, he gets up from a German suplex on Raw a couple of weeks ago, and then he has this match with Brock Lesnar where he's literally kicking his ass for 9 minutes, or maybe 7 of the 9 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Brock Lesnar just fucking German suplex, F5, match over. Like, that's it? That's all I get? Like, so
one fucking F5.
What is with Brock Lesnar matches lately? They have just all fucking sucked.
I think they've all kind of sucked, Craig.
He shouldn't be a fucking champion if his matches suck.
It's just a bunch of suplexes.
That's all he does.
And the crowd usually goes apeshit, but I mean, it didn't really go like that anymore.
I'm so over the fucking Brock Lesnar hype train. I'm done with it. I was so happy when he came back in like 2012 or whatever year he came back. I was like looking forward to more Brock Lesnar. I was a big fan of him during the early 2000s when he was rising to the top and the next big thing. But I am so fucking over him, and the fact that they've held the title on him since WrestleMania.
It's a long time.
And he's going to hold it until the next WrestleMania. I'm just completely tapped out with caring about him, man. And he's not going to be at TLC. Like, are you kidding me? He couldn't drop the title for a month, win it back at Survivor Series. What would have been wrong with that? I would have
taken that as Braun as a 1-month champ. Over not being champ at all. And his first loss in God knows how long is to Brock Lesnar, and like kind of an underwhelming match. Like, this is the same guy that survived the goddamn ambulance fucking crash or whatever, and then all of a sudden losing to
walked out on his own power.
Doesn't seem odd to me.
This reminded me of the Dean Ambrose Brock Lesnar feud going into WrestleMania 2 years ago.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to make Dean Ambrose seem like this viable contender to beat him.
Yeah.
And he's doing all this hardcore shit. He was getting advice from Terry Funk and Mick Foley with all the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
He did a little goofiness here. And then they had a match at fucking WrestleMania, and because it was WrestleMania, all the matches are really short because they have 25 fucking matches. And he lost in 8 minutes, and we're like, what are they doing? What are we doing with Brock Lesnar matches? We build up all these guys to face him, and then they have all this build. It's all the build for every feud of Brock Lesnar is the other guy in the feud. He does everything. Right, Braun Strowman wrestles on Raw every week. He beats up people every week. He's even good on the microphone. And
it's such a waste.
It's such a waste. Brock Lesnar at this point should be like The Undertaker and Triple H. He should be special event matches just to see cool matchups. Man, I'd love to see Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor, or just to see the match, not for a title. So I'm very cynical about the whole WWE Universal Title scene. So Fred, do you have any thoughts you want to share on that?
It's just kind of it's just very annoying. I guess Vince doesn't see anything in Braun Strowman, which is kind of a shame because a lot of people have been have put over Braun Strowman, and a lot of people believe in him. And for him just to lose this way is really. I would have rather had Roman Reigns beat him in a regular match, done 1,000 Superman punches and 1,000 spears, and got his comeuppance, and that didn't even happen. That's for me. I will I will always say that is the WrestleMania match. That's the WrestleMania match. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title.
That's how it should have been done.
That's the match, guys. Not fucking Brock Lesnar.
RJ saying, why hasn't Braun gotten more? I don't know, man. Like, what does the guy have to do?
They see money in him. I don't know.
WWE has, like, this weird way of, building up guys and then not fucking rewarding them, like, with the final thing. Like, Jericho's heel run with Kevin Owens last year was fucking amazing,
That's
right?
the reason why I watched Raw.
It was fucking amazing. Did he get a Universal title match against Kevin Owens, which would have made so much more sense? It would have been so much more on the line when their feud finally came in. No, he got a fucking U.S. title match. Like, really, exactly. Like, The Miz has been killing it for the last year now, and is he anywhere near the world title? No, he's Intercontinental Champion. Same thing with Braun Strowman. That fucking build him up to this point, but they'll never give him they'll never put him over. Maybe they will one day, but at this point, with this fucking holding pattern, with the fucking Universal title, they're killing themselves with this booking. They're just killing themselves. Like,
I just don't, a lot of this smells like WCW towards the end of its run, and, fortunately, they were able to be bought out and all that stuff, but they don't have that position here, and they're the only competition in town. But this reeks of WCW booking in my mind.
It really
back
does.
In the day, like,
is Vince Russo in charge here?
I would almost take Vince Russo at this at this point.
That's fucking low.
Yeah, that's fucking low. It's low, but I just the first half of this pay-per-view was so good. And then the second half was it was so bad.
It was not a good pay-per-view.
It just reminded me of a WCW pay-per-view where the undercard was so good. You'd have like a Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero match, a Dean Malenko versus Chris Jericho match, or like a Raven versus DDP, and then you'd have these great matches, and then you'd have like fucking Hulk Hogan, who wouldn't
put anybody title, over, right?
Fucking versus Ultimate Warrior in his fucking 50s, and it was a terrible match. And it's just that's what I feel like these pay-per-views are now, man. I try not to be so pessimistic, but this is where I see them. Every time I leave your house to watch pay-per-view, I'm always pissed off because of this bullshit. It's the same way.
You go back to like the Attitude Era, like when everything was like on its top. The whole show revolved around the main event because everybody cared about it. Like, Triple H is the champion, and Stone Cold is trying to get the title from him, or The Rock is trying to get the title from him. That was the whole show. Nobody ordered a pay-per-view for the undercard, and I don't think anybody's ordering these shows. Like, okay, I get it's the network era now, and there's technically not pay-per-views. They're all $9.99 shows.
Right.
But, like, nobody's tuning in for the main event anymore. Everyone's, like, tuning in and, like, say, like, I want to see the Demon King, or, I want to see the tag team match.
I did want to see Roman versus Cena.
I wanted to see that. It let me down a little bit, but, like, nobody's tuning in. I'm sorry. I don't think one person... okay, I'm sure that's an exaggeration, but, like, I don't think the vast majority of people who are tuning into this pay-per-view were looking forward to Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. I know I wasn't, because we kind of knew that Braun wasn't going to win.
It was almost like you just wanted to... Hopefully that Braun would win the title.
Yeah.
That was the only reason why you wanted to see it.
I wasn't. Yeah, I was. That's the thing though. Like, I went in watching it. I went into the show watching it, not like hoping that he was going to win. That's what happened during the Attitude Era. You like tune in like, man, I hope Rock wins tonight. Oh, I hope Austin wins tonight. That'd be awesome. But no, I was tuning in to say like, well, I hope they at least have a good match because I know Brock's winning. Like, that's what I'm tuning in now. I'm like, well, I hope the match is entertaining, and it wasn't. It wasn't.
Even back then, where...
That's the problem with WWE now, man.
Even back then, where even if you had a crappy finish of a main event, let's say it was like Stone Cold versus Triple H, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And you had a schmaz fucking finish where all these interferences happen and DQ and blah, 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 or whatever it was, You knew that, like, they cared about it, and you also could tell that, like, it was leading towards something.
Right.
And, like, the next night on Raw, you're like, oh, I can't wait to watch, see what the hell happened. Like, like, blah, 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 this happened. And, like, they would make a big deal out of it. But they didn't do anything. Like, Braun Strowman had a throwaway match the next night. Brock wasn't even fucking on Raw.
Of course he's not.
Of course. God, why the fucking God forbid. And why would I care? There's nothing to care about. At least the other ones, it was going to lead towards something. It was a good, like... whatever, it was a chapter in the storyline, and the next night it would evolve more, and this ain't happening. We're all just waiting for fucking WrestleMania to happen so we can go on with our fucking lives.
Yeah, at this point, I just want... That's the thing. Like, I want to fast forward to fucking... I'm willing to risk, like like losing like years of my life just to fast forward, months of my life to fast forward to fucking WrestleMania so that this is over with. And then Roman's the champion and he challenges anybody who's challenging him because then I won't know what's going to happen.
Right,
I'm sure he'll have a fucking long title reign. I'm sure he will. But at least he's on every show. At least he wrestles on Raw. So
whatever.
I'm at this point. If I'm preferring Roman Reigns as the champion over Brock Lesnar, then there's a fucking problem with the company.
We got problems.
We got some problems. So what else we got on the docket here, man? We didn't. We usually lay out a list of things to write. As you can see, it's barren,
blank, except for you're sexy.
Right.
We can talk about that more.
No, I'm good. What else happened on Raw? Let's go to Raw. Nothing really.
No, I mean, really, I kind of want to talk about SmackDown more.
Yeah, let's go for it.
This Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon feud has been fucking awesome.
Oh, yes, it has been.
I'm really excited for the Hell in a Cell match. I think it won't disappoint because, it's Shane McMahon. Like,
yeah, he'll do something crazy.
He'll do something crazy.
I don't think he'll jump off the top this time, but I think he'll fall off the side of the cage, kind of like
Shawn Michaels did.
Shawn Michaels' way, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely the safer way. RJ wants to talk about Mickie James more. I don't blame him. She's so hot.
Yeah, dude, and she's older woman, so I'm all about that.
Fred's all about the cougs.
Cougs.
Baron Corbin took on Ty Dillinger. Who gives a shit?
I have a feeling that Baron Corbin's going to be the champion at Hell in a Cell. I think he's going to beat AJ Styles.
For the U.S. title?
Yeah, I don't know. I just got this not bad feeling, but I just got this feeling that it's going to happen.
If they follow the the Enzo Amore route where, this guy's got a lot of heat, he's going to get fired soon, and then he wins a title the next month, and Baron Corbin's following those footsteps because he's getting a title opportunity against AJ. So, yeah, you're probably right. I think AJ's dropping the title. Which is fine, because AJ should be in the main event, but, that's
that'd be cool if it, Shinsuke won, and then they led towards a world title match between them two at some point.
By the way, what was this, the fourth week in a row Jinder Mahal did the fucking racist...
I did it again?
The still photo things again?
Come on,
At least this time Shinsuke interrupted it and ended it, thank God. But my God,
Jesus, man.
How many weeks in a row do I have to be subjected to the same terrible jokes? He's like, and Shinsuke Nakamura is going to not like the situation, just like this picture. And they show a picture of him
again, the same picture.
Fucking thing. My God.
How many more weeks can you do of that?
SmackDown is only 2 hours long, but I feel like I've watched 2 hours worth of Jinder Mahal making fun of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Right, exactly.
They did finally announce that at Hell in a Cell, the Usos and the Usos, they've wrestled the Hype Bros.
Yeah,
the Usos and the New Day will be facing each other in a Hell in a Cell match. So that's
going to be cool.
Fucking awesome, man.
Is that the first tag team match in a Hell in a Cell?
They've had a couple handicap match. I know they had a handicap match with DX in 2006 or something.
Oh yeah, I'm not counting that.
Yeah, but I don't think they've ever had a straight up 2-on-2 tag match. I think there's been a couple.
Yeah, I don't think so.
A couple 4-ways, couple 6-ways, but I don't think they've had a straight up 2-on-2. They might have. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't think they have, honestly. Like I said, I think that the handicap match was something.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. This is good for tag team wrestling, man. As much as I complain about the main event stuff, as I forget who said it on Periscope before, but the tag team matches in WWE have been pretty much the show stealers for every pay-per-view for the last 3 months now. Or 2 months, I should say. Usos and New Day at SummerSlam.
The scene.
Yeah, and the thing is, the tag team division's kind of it's not that stacked right now because there's a lot of fucking injuries. Now the Hardys are out. The Revival are out.
Revival, yeah.
Cesaro just fucked up his teeth, so I don't know how long it's going to take him to recover.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, but somehow the tag team division's been really good, and it looks like the Hype Bros are breaking up, but again, nobody seems to fucking give a shit about them.
Even those offers of pain to come up.
Yeah, Charlotte took on Carmella on SmackDown. Who gives a shit?
It's almost as if they're prophesizing that Carmella may interfere in the match coming up.
I think
Charlotte versus Natalya.
Yeah, you know what I think is going to happen? Charlotte's going to win the title at Hell in a Cell, and I think Carmella's going to cash in after the match.
You think she should win?
Yeah, I think she would.
You think she should win, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's going to be Charlotte versus Natalya. So, Natalya has long matches. They have the fucking... they her and Charlotte have chemistry together, despite the fact that we don't like Natalya. She does have chemistry.
Really, Josh? Taker and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mick Foley and Kane in a Raw Hell in the Cell match. Of course you had to get me all factual on that shit.
You totally Wikipedia'd that. You wikied that.
I don't remember that match, dude. That's like... I don't watch all of wrestling. I had never seen that before.
Was that the one that was a dark match? I think that was they had one Hell in a Cell dark match after Raw one day in the late 90s.
Hell in a Cell dark match? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
DX versus Legacy. I was at that show.
Why did you remember that?
I forgot, because it was a terrible pay-per-view. Fucking
okay.
CM Punk and Undertaker opened the card for a WWE World Heavyweight Title match, and a fucking Punk jobbed to Undertaker in like 9 minutes.
Oh, I remember that.
It was I was so mad. I went to that show with Tim. It was in the Prudential Center in New Jersey.
Tim?
Yeah, me and Tim Yost went, and like. They were playing, They were playing, we were a little late because we took the fucking New Jersey Transit, the path. Anybody who's ever taken that is the fucking worst thing ever. So we were, walking in as the opening videos were taking place. And, we heard them, playing, the pump-up videos, and they were doing the Undertaker CM Punk one. I'm like... And people were running to their seats, and me and Tim are like, "Yeah, fucking Undertaker and CM Punk are opening the show, fucking faggots." And then we hear,
"Yeah, right."
Gong. We're like, "Oh shit, we gotta go!" We had to run up the stairs, get to our seats, and then of course it was all for nothing because CM Punk lost, and we were really upset. But
Josh did in fact Wikipedia that, so.
Oh, okay, all right.
Now Craig is hashtag factual.
Yeah, I'm hashtag factual because I was factual about that. Yeah,
when I did an Asian voice there. I hope I'm not Jinder Mahal.
Speaking of The Undertaker, Dolph Ziggler dressed up as him this week, and he did his whole intro, and it was fucking stupid. I don't even feel like talking about it. Do you want to talk about it?
It said The Undertaker's gong sounds, and I thought it said The Undertaker's dong sounds, and the lights go out, and I was like, well...
What would a dong sound like?
Just
like...
slamming on it.
I mean, when it's more like steroid... When it's steroid, it's probably like... because... Wrestlers, steroids, small dicks.
Small dicks. Big balls. Yeah.
Anyway,
okay,
but
Stewart.
That's what I was going for. But Bobby Roode then came out. Thank God, because I was wondering what was happening to him. And it looks like Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode are going to have a match at Hell in a Cell, that's a perfect first feud for Bobby Roode on the main roster.
That's a good one.
Right?
Good match.
Just like Shinsuke. That's exactly what Shinsuke did. That was his first feud, too.
That's true.
So I think that basically Dolph Ziggler. I made it an acronym, Dolphler. Dolph Ziggler, he's basically a jobber to the NXT stars getting called up now. So that's his new gimmick. Yep. That should be his theme. His theme song should be the NXT theme song. That's what he should do. That should be his new gimmick. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good. Yeah. The Fashion Files are coming back next week, thank God. I love those. That's the best thing.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, and the main event of fucking SmackDown was awesome, dude. The show started off with Kevin Owens cutting a promo.
SmackDown went really quick this week.
Yeah.
It was good.
Sami Zayn cut a great promo calling out Kevin Owens for snapping. He's like, dude, I've seen you, I've known you for 15 years, but this time you fucking lost it. And they set up They set up a match for the main event. It was a good main event. I mean, come on, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, every single time they wrestle, it's always good.
You didn't drink it.
I know. I thought...
I drank mine already.
I know, but I was talking, so I'm going to let you talk now. So start talking.
So the match happened. It was his usual good match. I mean, then ended up having...
happened. That's Fred's input.
No, but it had the stoppage where Owens did a...
I'm starting a thing here. Then Sam's.
A powerbomb.
Sameen.
Did Owenskin... did what is it called? The powerbomb into the apron and stop the match, kind of like their NXT match back in the day for the World NXT title. And then he went to go, beat him up some more. The security came out. Then he was about to put his head into a chair and fucking slam it into the ground, which I love that. And then Shane McMahon came out and was like, "What's up?" And
and Kevin Owens ran through the crowd.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. And so I guess we got one more week of build, and this program has been great. I mean,
Despite the fact that it's Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon, yeah, I gotta agree. It was actually really good.
I mean, I'm excited for the match. I mean, it's not going to be the most technical, great match in the world, but it's going to be, a good brawl. And
you kind of got to do that. You kind of got to do these things for these SmackDown pay-per-views because, they don't have the star power of Raw, so you got to...
No, definitely not.
You got to, bring Shane McMahon, make it it is special when Shane McMahon wrestles because it's, storyline driven because he's the general manager,
Yeah.
So, the commissioner, I should say, and, it makes it more important, because he'll be on SmackDown the next week,
Yeah, they say that, Shane McMahon is, supposed to be... Yeah, that's all right. Shane McMahon... is supposed to, in his contract, he's obligated to wrestle 2 times. I've heard that in a year.
Really?
That's not true.
That can't be right.
That can't be true. I'm sorry, people. He's Shane McMahon. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
He's Vince's son.
He doesn't have to wrestle 2 times. I hated that when I heard that.
That's the fucking stupidest rumor I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in that. But
yeah. All right. Yeah, so I mean, I think that pretty much covers everything.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to have an episode next week. I'm going to be going to a couple weddings, so you might hear from us. You might, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a quick jabs or Fred.
Maybe I'll. I'm supposed to review a SummerSlam Survivor Series.
Fred's thinking of doing a Survivor Series recap of one of the older shows.
It looks like 1994 is winning, which I'm glad it is. You can vote for it on.
I thought 2010 was winning.
No, it's in last place.
Really?
Yeah, 2001's in second place.
Oh man,
1994.
Last time I checked, 2010 was winning.
I haven't checked. My second pay-per-view I've ever watched in my life is next. I'm excited for that one.
RJ wants to know, speaking of Survivor Series, if we're going to beat the WNA in our Survivor Series showdown.
Let's just say Rob and Cliff, and not Ed, don't stand a chance.
Because you know what?
At all.
Ed has been deleted. Delete!
I look like someone say I look like a member of the Mean Street Posse. What the hell, man?
They had the worst theme song of any wrestler
Fred
ever.
Gas.
It was just... Fred has gas.
I do. Can't wait to go outside.
Oh, God, no. Thanks for not doing it in my house.
No problem. Yeah.
More like the Mean Street Pussy.
I got nothing on that one.
Yeah.
Listen. Thank God you brought up the goddamn NWA podcast, because it seems like we've kind of...
You said NWA again.
God damn it! It sounds so much better than WNA.
Yeah, no,
it just
you're
flips
right.
off the tongue like that. Anywho... Fuck. I lost my train of thought. Thank you. Rob and Cliff, we didn't forget about you guys, okay?
Oh, no.
I know you're not on the Periscope feed tonight, but we have not forgotten you.
Rob
is in the woods this weekend for a vacation. Hanging out with those, butt-fuck buddies. Mm-hmm. Doesn't have cell reception, huh?
Oh, that's a shame.
It's interesting. He knows we're going live this week, but apparently, doesn't have reception.
That's a shame.
I guess he's a little scared. I mean, I'm not putting words in his mouth, but if I knew him, he's either doing something gay on his vacation, a gaycation, or... he's scared of us. And I would go with the latter. I think he's scared of us. Or a mixture of both, actually.
No.
What?
They don't want none. No. They don't want none. They're looking scared. They don't really want none.
We some Southern boys with that farmer strength.
Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain.
You, WNA, you better give us some respect.
Because ain't nobody breaking this redneck.
No, they don't.
Redneck?
We're a Mack truck.
Don't want to get run over.
Where is it?
We some country boys working overtime on it. What the fuck does that even mean?
That did not go as planned.
We're king of the South. We're in New York, though, so...
Fuck. Anywho...
I need one of those, hooks that just oh! Play me off, Johnny! Alright.
So anyway, what I want to say is that
the
Wrestling Nerds Alliance... I'll just say that for now instead of the NWA.
Yes.
The Wrestling Nerds Alliance we have not forgotten you, and I hope you have not forgotten about us, because when you forget about your enemies, you realize, and when the time comes, you realize that you were not prepared for this battle. And like SummerSlam, you were not prepared for that as well. And Survivor Series, one team will survive, and that is the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. Woo! Woo! I'm done with you guys!
You guys are done.
Rob English.
More like Rob Spanish.
More like Rob Spanish.
And Cliff Johnson.
Cliff Johnson!
More like... We're cool, though, right? We're cool.
Cliff Johnson! More like Cliff Compton, a.k.a. Deuce and Domino.
Nice.
You're a loser.
Pull that one out of your ass. Nice.
I mean, I did pull it out of my ass. That's good.
What?
I did. I pulled it out of my ass. You're right.
Guys, we have a little bit of an announcement here. We have an announcement. We have a new website, guys.
Yes!
So now when we do our plugs, we can just tell you guys to go to our brand new website. By the way, it has a couple spelling errors because I did it right before I left work today. So let me fix that in a couple days. But you can join our new website. You can check out our new website at wretchedwrestling.com. And if that is not easy enough for you to remember, then you should probably learn how to spell or something, because it's
Wretchedwrestling.com.
Yeah, WRETCHED. Wrestling.com.
That's right.
All right, guys, so you can check out all of our feeds there. You go to the bottom of the page, you got all of our links. It's got our iTunes page, it's got our Google Play, it's got our fucking Stitcher. We're on TuneIn Radio now. We're all over the place, baby.
We're tuned in, baby.
We got our Facebook, our Twitter. If you don't feel like looking at that, or you can follow us on Facebook at Wretched Wrestling. You can follow us on Twitter at Wretched Wrestle. You can find our YouTube page on wretchedwrestling.com. Everything. We're everywhere, baby.
Every
WWP,
fucking
baby.
every social media outlet, we fucking are on it.
We're on Instagram, and there's no audio on Instagram.
Yeah. So figure that one out, folks.
Yeah.
We're also on www.sucks.com. We're also on redtube.com. People, there is a porno version of our podcast on the goddamn internet. Okay, I may have set that one up, but Craig doesn't know that. Don't worry about that. Should we talk about this? No. We're not going to talk about it.
You're swallowing your spit for so long.
We don't talk about anything. Just leave it to me.
All right, guys.
I represented you well. Just remember that.
Thank you for tuning in to the...
There's a character called the Hot Rod.
Roddy Piper?
Like your shirt. There's a cool... The Hot Rod. Get like the penis. Hot Rod.
I'm going to change my shirt immediately.
Superman! Superman punch! Superman punch! Superman punch!
Pete Gas. Somebody made a Pete Gas reference again.
I'm saying Pete Gas!
It's a different person.
No. What?
It was a different person.
No.
Why are you the Mean Street Posse? That is the biggest insult you could possibly say. Never wear a collared shirt to the WWE.
It's done. I'm not doing that ever again, man. This is fucked up.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That was our WWE No Mercy recap show. Again, we might not be back next week for Hell in a Cell, but Fred might do a Survivor Series, like a retro show.
A retro show.
Retro show.
From the future.
A retro from the metrosexual. Right. All right. So, just going to leave it there. Yeah, we'll be back hopefully in 2 weeks. We'll try to get an episode out next week. I don't know. I'll see if we can do one on the Thursday night. We'll see. It's the only night I can really do it. So maybe we'll push that one through.
Another Thursday special night edition.
Right, we're doing it on Thursdays more than we do it on Saturdays now.
Pretty much.
All right, Fred. You want to sing your song?
We love wrestling.
Except for Brock Lesnar. Not a fan of him.
Especially with those chunky bitch tits on Sunday.
Chunky bitch tits?
Yeah.
I think we have an episode name. All right, guys.
I'm so creative.
If we don't see you next week, hopefully you guys enjoy Hell in a Cell. Hopefully, maybe we'll be tweeting along with it. I don't know.
We'll tweet and twat.
We'll tweet and twat. Maybe I'll watch it during a wedding. Is that inappropriate to watch a pay-per-view during a wedding?
Absolutely not.
Right?
I don't think so.
No. I mean, they have weddings in wrestling
Just
sometimes.
do it like during the wedding song,
During the wedding.
Well,
That's a good idea.
You're not doing anything. You're just watching them.
That's
so
true.
Watch the pay-per-view
I am just
instead.
going to be sitting there because I'm not dancing.
He ain't dancing.
I don't dance.
Nah, he ain't like fucking, what's that guy's name? The Funkasaurus? Brodus Clay. He ain't like him.
No, I'm not.
Ain't nobody call his mama.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody call his mama.
Don't call my mama.
Don't call his
She
mama.
won't answer anyway.
She won't answer. Just don't call her.
She doesn't answer block numbers.
Fuck yeah.
All right, guys. I'm out. Fred, you want to wrap it up here?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
All right, guys. That was the end of the Retro Wrestling Podcast, and we are going to... I'm going to write my my love letter to Corey, I guess, because I have not seen her in quite some time, so... Out of ink. So, anyway... I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, homies.